Welcome to the True Detectives podcast. Are you ready for another investigation? We've got a story this week. It's full of twists and turns like you wouldn't believe. Seriously, two tales this time. Two totally different approaches to finding the truth. And they're both, pretty mind-blowing. You guys sent in some seriously fascinating stuff, and we are so ready to dig into it with you.
You know, what really grabs me about these two investigations is, it's that basic human need we all have to uncover what's hidden. Doesn't matter what time period or what methods they're using.
Right, exactly. Our first investigation takes us straight to 17th century France, the Cardinal's Gambit. Okay, imagine this. You've got D'Artagnan, this young, hot-headed musketeer, and your sources paint this picture of palace intrigue, duels that aren't just about honor, but like life or death stuff. And right in the middle of all this, bam, a shocking assassination attempt. We're going to follow D'Artagnan as he joins the legendary musketeers and gets tangled up in this seriously dangerous political game. It's adventure, secrets, the whole shebang.
Yeah, and it's a world where your wit, your skill with a sword, that's what defines you. But underneath all that chivalry, there's this whole ruthless game of power going on. People are just pawns, you know?
Totally. Then we jump to the present day with our second investigation, Whispers of the Mind. This one's about Detective Elias Thorne, who's got this, unusual and kind of creepy skill, hypnosis. He's trying to solve this mysterious disappearance of a mayor by going into the minds of everyone involved. We're talking buried memories, the power of suggestion, all that. It's a complete shift from swords and conspiracies, right? This time, it's all about the power of the mind.
And it raises some big questions about truth. Like, if you're getting memories from hypnosis, how reliable are they really? Is that even ethical to use in an investigation?
So true. Okay, both these investigations, centuries apart, totally different methods, but they're both about that same core challenge, finding out what's hidden. One uses steel, the other uses, psychology. Let's jump in, shall we?
Right.
First up, the Cardinal's Gambit. Let's see what we can unearth. Right.
So, the story starts off classic adventure style. Young D'Artagnan wants to prove himself, ends up facing this super experienced swordsman from the Cardinal's Guard. I bet the tension was so thick you could cut it with a knife.
Oh, totally. The sources make it so real. D'Artagnan, this Gascon whelp, that's what they call him, going up against the King's Steel. It's not just about winning the duel, it's about his honor. And most importantly, proving himself to Athos, Porthos, and Aramis. Those guys are watching everything. It's like a trial by fire, and he's got zero chance. Or so it seems.
It's interesting how everyone underestimates him at first. They think he's way out of his league. And the crowd, their reaction, it shows you just how rigid things were back then. Like, the Cardinal's men were the top dogs.
In the fight, it starts out exactly how you'd expect. The guard, he's just showing off how good he is. D'Artagnan is struggling, takes a hit to the shoulder. Everyone thinks it's over. What a dumb move to even try, right?
But that moment when he looks defeated, that's crucial. It sets up what happens next. Just when you think D'Artagnan's done for, he pulls this totally unexpected move.
Yeah. He doesn't try to play the guard's fancy sword game. He just, lunges, scoops up some dirt, and then throws it right in the guy's face. A total cheap shot, that's what one source calls it.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. It shows you a different kind of fighter, you know? Someone who'll do whatever it takes to win, even if it breaks the rules.
Right. He's resourceful, practical. The guard, he's too stuck in his fancy training. He doesn't see it coming. It's brilliant.
And just when D'Artagnan starts to get an advantage, everything changes. A scream from the balcony. The queen, she's been attacked. That duel, no one cares anymore. Now there's a much bigger problem.
The image of that torn veil, the ruby dagger, it's powerful stuff. It raises the stakes like crazy. This isn't just a fight anymore, it's an attack on the monarchy.
Total chaos. But the musketeers, the way they react, it's amazing. They're rivals with the Cardinal's Guard, but suddenly they're working together. D'Artagnan right there with them. You see their skills, Porthos' strength, Aramis' focus, but more importantly, you see that bond between them, that brotherhood D'Artagnan was looking for.
This is the moment D'Artagnan becomes one of them. He's not on the outside anymore. He's fighting alongside them. That danger, it brings them together, forgets all the rivalry.
And then the chase is on. Our source makes it clear, this assassin, he's a pro. He had an escape all planned out. They're running through the palace, Porthos is grunting, Aramis muttering a prayer. It's like these seasoned warriors on the hunt.
That prayer, though, that's what gets me. He's not asking to win a duel. He's asking for focus, for accuracy. This is serious business.
They finally catch him in this abandoned chapel. And the confrontation, it gives us a big clue. This wasn't some random attack. The assassin, he's tired, he's calculating, definitely a hired gun. And he says the queen, she wasn't the target, she was a catalyst. part of some bigger plan of the Cardinals. So what does that tell us? There's something much bigger, much more dangerous going on.
Exactly. It was all planned, a move in this big power struggle. The queen was important, but the real goal, it was probably something the Cardinal wanted.
And the fight that breaks out, the Musketeers are a single unit. Even Athos, he's injured, but he's fighting like crazy. The assassin, when they trap him, he takes poison. He'd rather die than be taken. That tells you something about what's at stake here.
And his suicide, well, it keeps things quiet for whoever's running the show, right? No one can find out what the Cardinal was planning.
The Cardinal, he shows up acting all furious, but our source says there's this cold satisfaction behind it. He acknowledges D'Artagnan, but it's not respect, really. It's more like he's sizing up a new player. Someone he can use, or maybe someone who will cause trouble.
The Cardinal, he's a manipulator, that's clear. He sees D'Artagnan's talent, but he's just another pawn to him.
But amidst all this drama, there's this quieter story happening. D'Artagnan, he gets these little signs of acceptance from the other musketeers. Athos just looks at him, Porthos claps him on the back, Aramis gives him a quick blessing. It's not much, but it means a lot. It shows how this experience has brought them together.
Right. Those little gestures, they're huge. He's officially a musketeer now. They went through something intense together. That's what matters.
And the big takeaway from the Cardinal's gambit, it's that this assassination attempt, it was just the start. The royal court, it's a way more dangerous place than any street fight. But D'Artagnan, our impulsive young guy, he seems ready for this new challenge. He's not just meeting his destiny, he's running towards it.
He's figured out that the real battles, they aren't always fought with swords. It's your smarts, your alliances, that's what matters. The court is going to test him in ways that duel never could.
Okay, gear shift time. Let's dive into whispers of the mind and those, well, kind of unsettling methods of Detective Thorne.
Talk about a contrast, huh? From D'Artagnan's world to this. We're going from open conflict, politics, to the world of the mind. Secrets, lies, all that. Right away, they tell us Thorne's hypnosis. It's unsettling. Sets a different mood, right?
Absolutely. The notes describe his style as, like, clinical, totally different from D'Artagnan. So we meet the mayor's wife, and right off the bat, Thorne uses hypnosis on her. It's fascinating. You see that struggle, the fear in her eyes, a muffled scream, then she wakes up and denies everything. It really makes you think about memory, how powerful and how fragile it can be.
Yeah, and that denial, when she wakes up, that's so important. It shows how our minds protect us, bury the bad stuff deep down. That's what Thorne's dealing with.
For Thorne, the mind, that's his battleground. Traditional detective work, it's getting him nowhere. Everyone's lying, forgetting things. So he uses hypnosis to dig up the truth. The sources even call him a mind breaker.
He's definitely more involved than a normal detective.
Yeah.
It's not just about clues and evidence. He's messing with people's minds to find what's hidden. Makes you wonder, is that okay? Can you really do that?
So he starts looking at the mayor's inner circle, the deputy mayor, the campaign manager. Each hypnosis session, more lies, more hidden motives. It's this world of politics where everyone's ambitious, trying to protect their image.
And the hypnosis, it shows us what's really going on between them. All that tension, all the secrets. Makes you think they might have something to do with the mayor's disappearance.
Then things get darker. They find the mayor's mistress in this abandoned warehouse. She's terrified, just like the mayor's wife was under hypnosis. She talks about an affair, hush money. Makes you think maybe the mayor didn't just disappear. Maybe it's about this scandal he was involved in.
And her story, the way she tells it under hypnosis, it adds a whole new layer, right? Not just politics now. It's personal stuff. Could have blown up big time.
And eventually it's those hypnosis sessions that reveal the truth. The deputy mayor, he breaks down under hypnosis. The campaign manager, she admits it. They cover the whole thing up to protect the mayor's reputation. They find the mayor. He's alive, but totally disgraced. So, not a murder mystery, just a bunch of lies, a big cover-up.
Not your typical crime story, right?
Yeah.
The mayor, he wasn't a victim of some crime. He brought it all on himself. And the people around him, they helped him.
But here's the thing. How this affects Thorne. He solved the case, but he feels empty. Everyone's messed up, even though they're alive. He even wishes he was back dealing with normal crime scenes. It's like he's disillusioned with his own methods, Like, finding the truth isn't always a good thing.
Yeah, it makes you think about truth and justice, right? Hypnosis tells you what happened, but it doesn't fix things.
Whispers of the Mind ends with this disturbing thought. The real monsters, they aren't out there in the world. They're inside us. Hypnosis can show you the truth, but it can also hurt people. Thorne, he's left picking up the pieces. It's a much more psychological investigation, and maybe even more disturbing than D'Artagnan's.
Definitely makes you think. The mind, it can be a much more dangerous place than any battlefield, and the things you find there, they can be scary.
Okay, so you've got these two investigations. One's all action, political scheming, finding the truth through bravery and loyalty. The other, it's all about psychology, secrets buried deep inside. What are your thoughts?
The difference is huge, right? The Cardinal's Gambit, it's all about what people do, how they act. Whispers of the Mind, it's about what's going on inside their heads.
And they're both dealing with deception. D'Artagnan's got the Cardinal's plot. Thorne's got all these lies and self-deception. What do you find most interesting about their approaches?
D'Artagnan, he's observing, building trust, taking risks to see through the Cardinal's games. Thorne, he skips all that. He goes right to the subconscious, looking for a truth that people might not even know they're hiding.
And their methods are so different. D'Artagnan, he uses that cheap trick in the duel. Not honorable, but it works. Thorne, he uses hypnosis, which was pretty controversial back then. Do you think there's a connection there? Like they both break the rules to get what they need?
I see what you mean. They both do what they have to do, even if it goes against what everyone expects. D'Artagnan, he's practical. Thorne, he uses a method that no one else is using. They're both willing to push those boundaries.
And what about the consequences? D'Artagnan, he ends up in a more dangerous world, but he's got these strong friendships now. Thorne, he finds the truth, but everyone's hurt, and there's this feeling that justice wasn't really served. What's that say about truth? About what happens when you find it?
It's like, for D'Artagnan, the truth brings him closer to the other Musketeers. They understand the danger now, they're in it together. But Thorne, the truth he finds, it exposes how messed up people can be. It's not always a happy ending.
This week's investigation, it really makes you think about the different ways we find the truth. Sometimes it's a big dramatic struggle. Sometimes it's quiet, hidden inside someone's mind. Which kind of story grabs you more? Tell us what you think. Don't forget to rate and follow the True Detectives podcast for more deep dives into mystery and truth.